Hello, welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how to solve questions in Codechef. Now, this is a programming website where you can code for fun, and if you go here in the beginners tab, you can see all the simple questions. Of course, you need to have a little bit of knowledge before starting this question, like what is going to be syntax of your language and all those things. And also these questions, if you do more of them, you're going to get better at. So when you click the successful submissions here, it would have sorted your questions in order where most submissions are done. So the question with most submissions is like indirectly the question which is easier. Okay, right? Now these are the questions which are easy. I solved them, but I'll show you how to do them. I'll choose add two numbers. The basic thing is, when you read the question, he says that he'll give you inputs as T, A and B, and you should print output as the sum of A and B, like this. He'll give you T, A and B, and then you have to print the sum. As of now, this question can be solved like in many languages, so you need not worry about which language you need to use and all those things. There are many options here. Let's go with the common one, C++. So most of the questions, most of the code is given, but let's remove it. Okay, we'll solve it on our own. You might worry about what is test case, what are the inputs you have to take, how do we take them. I'll just tell you how to take them. Okay, so what he says is, first he'll give you T, so I'll just take T as input. Okay, now I've taken T as input. Now I have to run my program basically T times, so I have to take n A and B T times, add them T times, and print them T times. So this is my number of test cases. So now I'm going to write a code which will run my program T times. So I can write like a for loop for I in the range of 0 to T, or I can run my loop, or instead of that I can just use a while loop which can do the same thing here. While T minus minus, in any person's code, if you just go to all submissions near the problem tab, basically you can see everybody's submissions there for these problems, and in those here, yeah, and in these codes you can see mainly they'll use a lot of unnecessary things, and you might get confused. So basic thing is they'll just use a while loop. I'm talking about the header files which they use. Now we run this while loop so that the program is running a number of times. Now while T minus minus checks that this loop is running T times. What should I do? I should take inputs A and B. I'll take C and A as well as B. I'm assuming that you know all this syntax for C++. It doesn't matter whatever language it is, just look the process. Okay, and then I'm going to print A plus B. So is this right? Of course no, because I haven't declared what are A and B. So I'll declare outside A and B. Now most of the people would just generally run this problem, but if you don't give any custom input, if you run this code, it will show you runtime error, because this doesn't work like this in this website. Either you have to give a custom website, custom input output to check whether your code works properly or not. Let's check it with these following inputs, and then I have to click run to check it. It's optional though, you can skip it, and let's wait for the output. So yeah, I got the answer as 3 and 7. What is this? 3 is the answer for 1 plus 2, 7 is the answer for 2 plus 5. So after printing each output, I have to also put end line. Yeah, mostly you'd forget it, so make sure you keep it, and if I run it, I'll get 3, and then in the next line I'll get 7. So once you've check that your code runs well, and just click submit button. then click OK, and here you'll get the verdict for your problem. So the basics you have to know is you have to take inputs, and then instead of clicking here run, just give it the custom inputs to check whether you have any errors or mistakes like which I did. Like here, your code might be correct, but there might be small differences, right? His output needs to be like exactly correct. You should not even give spaces, extra spaces or something like that. So you have to check with this custom input output and submit when you feel like it. Thank you.